What's up, guys? How's it going, man? Cigars and Dads. I thought I'd go live, see what's going on out there. If you guys want to drop a note, I'm right here, man. I'm here to answer some questions. You guys might know some more than I do. Oh, man. Anyways, I just want to let you guys know also that we just dropped our latest video on the H. Upmann, uh, AJ Fernandez, the Sunset. Beautiful cigar, guys. Man, you guys need to try that out. Check out our video. Go to rumble.com. And or you guys can hit the QR code right there. I believe it's on your left-hand corner right there up on top. That'll take you directly to the site. That way you don't have to be, going through all that, all the other stuff that's in there, because it's a big site. You got a lot of, good other podcasts are on there. If you guys are interested, you guys can check that out. It's rumble.com. But they also have a premium, so which is kind of nice. I believe there's no commercials on there, so on some of them, so it's pretty good. But anyways, yeah, great cigar, man. That cigar is nice. Got some sweetness and some pepper. I actually blended it with James E. Pepper. I don't know if you guys have tried that bourbon. It's a beautiful bourbon, man. Really nice. It brought out some really creamy notes, like a creamy, I want to say a creamy cinnamon. Really nice. You can check out the review on there, but it was a perfect pairing. Maybe you guys have tried it for something else. I don't know, but if you guys have, drop a note, and let us know. That way we can let others know in the community, the cigar community, because everybody's always, they're always trying to figure out what goes good with this cigar. Man, I know I've even tried a Dr. Pepper. I've tried a root beer, and those are all great, pairings. So it's just to each his own, you know what I mean? Sometimes you'll get vanilla notes, you get some woody notes on some of these cigars. And if you pair it with some bourbons, you might get some smoky, earthy notes. Or I believe even on that one, I think we got some nutty notes on there. And but just try them out and see what you get. There's a lot of great cigars out there. This one here I'm smoking this is actually a bundled cigar. And I don't know if anybody's been watching our videos on Facebook or even YouTube. That's what we're on right now, live. These here are called Class 34s. And I believe they're Habanos. Very nice cigar, guys. You get a little sweetness to it, really earthy, little earthiness. Not much pepper in it at all. So, but I believe, to me, it's a more of a mild, probably medium mild. Okay, but it's a 6x60, so really nice smoke though. And I'll tend to do that if I'm outside working on the yard, or I'm outside just, shooting the bull with someone else, maybe one of my family members. And then weekends, or we go out to dinner and we're going to go have a couple smokes, I'll pick up a couple of smokes over there in the tobacconist, because I try to, support a lot of these local tobacco shops, because these guys are out there, man. They're doing the work. You know what I mean? Especially the guys that are working in there. They also know which cigars are good, or I don't want to say good, but because there's a lot of good ones out there. But they can kind of give you an idea of it, and always let them know too, what's your go-to cigar? You know what I mean? Like, or what's your flavor notes? What do you like in a cigar, or what would you like to get in a cigar? And just ask them, tell them, hey, you got to just be honest with them, because these guys are very knowledgeable. They know what's going on in there. Some of them are the owners of their own shops, And sometimes once in a while you get a guy who doesn't really know what's going on, but he had smoked some of the cigars, so they will know what cigars they like themselves, and they hear from everybody who's going in the lounges, and so let them know. Let them know what your taste is like, and it's a good way to start figuring out where you stand on the cigars. And you might graduate. Who knows? You might be a person that says, "Hey, I kind of like something a little more bolder, a little more flavorful." Um, Again, you'll never know until you start going in and trying all these cigars out, because there's a ton of cigars out there, guys. You know, you got the boutique brands that they're not very big brands, but they're they're starting out, and some of them considered boutique have been around for a little bit, so they know what they're doing too. I mean, they're just not the excuse me, guys. This phone just keeps going off and off and off. Uh, but they know, these guys know what they're doing. You know what I mean? And it's just new brands that are starting out. Doesn't mean that what they're putting out is cheaper than the other. Price range maybe so, but you'd be surprised. You might find that a $30 cigar may not suit you, may not be to your tasting, and you may not care for it, but you might pick up something that's like $10, and you say, wow, man, I actually like the $10 cigar rather than the $30 or the $20 cigar, and that happens. So I always suggest that you guys try the cigars out. If there's one that you try it out because you heard all the hype on it and it's something new, and you're like, I'm gonna go ahead and pick it up. Man, nice flavor. Uh, Anyways, you may not, you pick it up, you buy it, and you walk out, or you smoke it there, and you're like, don't really care for it. Don't give up, because there's always going to be another cigar out there that's going to suit you. Like I said, just because someone says that's a bolder cigar, well, for your tasting notes may not be bold. Uh, I know I tend to go towards a more bolder, darker, probably a medium to bold in a cigar. But I have smoked the mild cigars. I have mild to medium, and I'll tell you, you're going to get a lot of notes out of some of them that shocked me, as I'm starting to smoke them, and I'm like, wow, I'm getting a lot of flavor out of this, and that's one thing to just try out. So check it out, and let us know what you guys got. Like I said, there's a lot of cigars out there, and everybody who listens, we're on rumble.com, we're on YouTube, we're on Instagram, on IG. So, there's a bound to somebody's going to be bound to hear what you got out of it. You know what I mean? As you drop a note in here, and let them know. Maybe a bourbon you tried out with it and you thought it was a lot better than what we've tried. You know what I mean? So like I said, we tried the James E. What was it? James Pepper, or it's called James E. Pepper. Okay, very nice. I think it's 108 proof, but a lot of flavor. Really nice. And with that cigar that we smoked, the H. Upmann by AJ Fernandez, the Sunset, brought as the pepper, the white, I would say kind of a peppery, white peppery note that we got in the cigar. As it started to diminish, the James E. Pepper kind of picked up the flavor back up, and really nice. Just paired up really, really nice. Brought the pepper back up a little bit, but not too intense, And, and so don't be afraid when someone says, "Oh, that's a lot. That's really peppery cigar," because you never know. For you, it may not be. It's just like when people eat chili and someone says, man, this chili is hot. And you go and try it and you're like, that ain't hot, man. I've had hotter, you know? It's the same thing. Everybody's tasting notes are going to be totally different. And some are going to be very similar. You know, you may get a cigar that someone says, man, it got some nice sweet notes to it. And you smoke it and you say, wow, it really does, you know? So again, it's to each his own. You're going to go out there and you pick something up. Uh, and if you don't like it, try another, you know? Man, I've been in some of these cigar shops and I still haven't smoked every cigar inside their, you know, their humidor. And I'm in there quite a bit. A lot of other guys are in there. A lot of guys are buying these boxes of cigars, and there's still so many cigars out there that they haven't even tried. You know, and you'll hear that if you watch some of these podcasts. You know, oh, I haven't tried that, and you're thinking these guys smoke all the time, but they'll admit that they haven't tried that one yet. You know, and some of them are very popular cigars, but they still haven't tried it because they've tried other things. You know, and so they're just kind of trying things out too, just like everybody else. You know, and yeah, so you know, anyways, like I said, I thought I'd come on and do a little live on Facebook and YouTube. So if you guys have any questions, like I said, go ahead, come on, man. Let us know. Drop a note right now and or comment, and just we'll take your comments right now if you got any. If not, you can also reach us. Let me go ahead and put that up right here. So there you go. There goes our tag right there. If you want to go straight to our page or hit that QR code, like I said, that'll take you directly to our site, and you'll get all the information on there. You know, it'll take you directly to the site. You get to be, you can scan through all the videos that we've had out, and there might be a cigar that you're interested in, but you're not too sure what it's like. You heard about it, but you don't know. Mm. Yeah, this is. So I'm getting some sweetness out of it, little vanilla. You know what I also do with some of these, and again, just the bundles though. Now I don't do that with my better sticks, but if you guys trying to get this going, so I don't have to relight it. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and relight it anyways because I don't want it to start tunneling on one side or anything. Because I see a little, you can see a little hole there. See that? That's from some of the times when they're making the cigar. Maybe the leaf is not. They didn't push the leaf in there really nice. Again, these are seconds though. But look at that burn though. You know, I mean, I know I touched it up right now, but even burn, great cigar. Uh, this is not to put down any of the other top brands out there. I mean, they I would never put this against the H Upmann by AJ Fernandez. By no means. That was a super great cigar. You know, I mean, and a lot of these makers they put a lot into their blendings and things like that. So, but again, you may you'd be surprised that some of these bundles here that you pick up come from the same lines as these top selling cigars. It just there's a imperfection on it. Maybe the wrapper is got a little marking on it, and you know they because they want to make sure that the boxes they're putting out those cigars are nice, and you know they look everything's nice and tight, man. It's just it looks good, and it's all set up perfectly because you're paying some good money for them. They want to make sure you get what you pay for, you know. And these guys have been doing it for a long time, a lot of years, so they're not just you know let's just throw it in there and ship it out, man. No, they these guys are they're really putting their hearts into it. You know what I mean? You got decades of family members who have They've been doing this with grandfathers, great grandfathers, uncles, and even some of the aunts and moms, helping out and rolling and when they first started out. So they put a lot of heart into them. So uh, it's not, like I said, don't take it lightly. But and then you get some bundles that will be machine rolled. Now that you're getting a lot of scraps in some of those cigars. Uh, they definitely will not be up to par with some of your top line cigars at all. So if someone says it's a machine rolled and it's just as good as such and such, I kind of doubt that. Okay, but again, to each his own. Their flavor notes. If that's something they're digging on, man. Yeah, that's what they like. So, but yeah, yeah, man, really nice. What you can also do with these bundles is now I'll show you right here. Uh, okay. If you guys can see this right here, I don't know if you guys can see me with the mic out of the way, right there. So these are considered bundle. I mean, humidors too. Okay, and they're nicely tightly sealed. Uh, Probably work even better than this humidor right there, that wooden humidor. Okay, and I've got maybe one or two more of these that I have used. And what I've done is I usually put Buffalo Trace, but you can use any bourbon you want. This is what I use. I like the flavor. Hope you guys can hear me really well. Just move the mic. Okay. I really like the flavor on that Buffalo Trace. Brings out the cinnamon and really creaminess of the bourbon. And so I'll put some of that in a small container, put that down in the center. Let me go ahead and take this off the screen here. All right. I'm going to go ahead and show you too real quick uh, the depiction. Let's see. Oh, man. Wrong one. See if I can pick up the depiction of the cigar we just reviewed and see if I can put that up for you guys. I believe it's this one, right? Yes. All right. There it goes right there. Beautiful golden, man. It's nice cigar, guys. Okay. So try that out. You guys, like I said, you go to our link right there that we showed you, and I'll put it up again, and you'll be able to see the full review on that. All right. But that's a beautiful cigar. Look at the way it's set up. I mean, really nice presentation. I love that band on there. AJ makes some great cigars, guys. Go ahead and remove that. Okay. But that probably would have even went good with the Buffalo Trace. So if that's something you guys are, if you guys like Buffalo Trace, I know a lot of people do. They make a great whiskey. Uh, you can pair it with that. And I would imagine I even thought about doing that before I used the James Pepper. But anyways, so what I do is I put them in the humidors, put a little bit of that Buffalo Trace. I throw a little vanilla extract in there and fill it up. And you could also even use those little containers they get NyQuil in, the little cups. Put that in the center. Put your cigars around it. Close it up. Let it sit there for about a week or two. Pull them out if they're a little too soft, because they really seals up. And they infuse that bourbon with the vanilla. You could even dip the tip in there and just let it sit for the 2 weeks. Pull it out, throw it in your humidor, your bigger humidor, or even a Tupperware case with probably no, or even leave it out for maybe a day and let it let some of that moisture come out of that cigar. I mean, but you don't want, remember, you want to be able to kind of squish it down. You know, you want to spring, just a little spring to your cigar. You don't want to hear no crackling or anything like that. And then you smoke it. Uh, if it's you're always having to light it up, it's probably too wet. Okay. If you're burning off and it's tunneling, or it's kind of coming down off the side, burning too much, it's probably too dry. It could be too dry, or you're drawing on it too fast. Okay. But anyway, let's get back to that. So I've done that, and man, the taste in these cigars, like I said, I only do it in the bundles because I know I didn't spend that much. Uh, Amazing taste, amazing taste. You know, that might not be for you, but that's just something I put out there because you guys can try it out. All right, guys. Well, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead. I just, like I said, I wanted to put this out. It's already, it's 10 o'clock here in California, and it's probably super late on the other side of the country, man. You know, but anyways, God bless, guys. Hey, I love you, man. And please support our platforms, like, subscribe. If you're on Rumble, hit the follow button and the bell, and that'll notify you each time I keep looking down at my screen, and should be looking at the camera talking when I'm talking to you guys. Anyways, hit the follow button, hit the green thumbs up, and hit the bell so that way you guys will be notified of all our new videos that are coming out. And anyways, yeah, guys, I appreciate you guys supporting us on Facebook, YouTube, and sometimes we have a little issues with YouTube censoring, but anyways, it is what it is, and that's their platform, so we have to deal with it. But if you go to Rumble, it's anything goes. Not to an extent. We don't want you getting really derogatory on the site, and just be a human being, man. That's all we ask. All right, man. God bless. I love you guys, man. I hope you guys have a great weekend, man, and spend time with your family, and just be grateful, man. Give thanks to God. All right. God bless. I love you guys. I'll see you.